Good afternoon, lecturers. Thank you so much for coming along here today. Let's ask you yourself first. My name is dyads.
My name is dyads.
We are both year students in business English program. Today's presentation we are going to talk about our research on the topic Let's Call Profile of VIU English Test, and our advisor is Mr. Bangpan Pakor. In our research, we will present three major topics which are background of the study. This later review and research methodologies. Now, let's begin by explaining background of the study first. Vocabulary is important and is fundamental in learning of learning a new language. And in 1972 said that without vocabulary, nothing can be said. So, to convey meaning and communicate effectively, we use vocabulary knowledge. Vocabulary is important not only in language learning and communicating, but also important in language testing. As Forbes 2021 stated, knowledge of vocabulary is crucial for learners, particularly in vocabulary tests. A lack of vocabulary can be the cause of poor performance of language skills. Therefore, to know how much the learner understands the meaning and use of it, we need to assess them by using language proficiency tests. According to Forbes 2000 data, vocabulary in each test is varied. So there are many researchers that in three areas. First, the research done on vocabulary in organizations. Second, the research done on high school. And the last one, the research done on university tests. But where is the doing in VIU in this test? What is VIU English test? VIU English test is an English proficiency test for adult learners, organized by Office of International Relations, International Affairs of Royal University, which correlates to the CEFR or Common European Framework of Literature or Language Standard, which is provided. The exam is divided into 4 parts: vocabulary, speaking, writing, and reading, in the mode of education. And the examination takes place 1.5 hours. Next, let's move to research objective and research questions. The purpose of the study will be to investigate the most relevant content offering in the English test and to examine proportion of the family in general sources and academic focus. During this research pursuit, 2 key of research questions will be addressed. First, what are the most relevant content offering in the English test? Second, what is the percentage proportion of general services and academic knowledge that cover vocabulary in the English test? About the significance of the studies, we hopefully this research will benefit to learners and test takers in rural universities can prepare themselves for vocabulary in the test. In addition, the result of the study will facilitate teachers acknowledge the scope of vocabulary in the test and comparison for their students. Finally, the result of the studies will benefit to the test developer acknowledge The result of the study will benefit to the test developer in using the data to develop the exam and have some conception of the scope of vocabulary inside the test. Now let's look at the scope and limitation of the studies. This study aims to investigate the most relevant content offering in the English test and examine proportion of the family in general services and academic knowledge. Based on this objective, the research is limited as follows. First, this study is to list analysis of the English test, which are academic knowledge and in general services. Secondly, the collection of tests in this study is 5 sets of the English test from years 2019 to 2022. This is the total number of tests. Next, let's move to this later review. There are 4 types of vocabulary. First is academic knowledge. Second is general services. Third is technical term, and the last one is glossaries.
About the purpose in this study, 2019 to 2022. That is the total number of tests. Alright, now I would like to explain about the research instruments. In this study, we introduce two research instruments. First is computational software called Error Profiler, which developed by ATV 2022. And the profiler is used to investigate the most frequent content word occurring in PIU English test. The program was chosen for two reasons. First, the program is freely downloadable from www.lawrence.net. Another reason is that the program serves as the main instruments for producing statistical data, as well as the variety and frequency of words. The second research instrument is word list. There are academic word lists and general service lists. About the academic word list, the list developed by Copyhead 2000, it covers 570 word family, which make up 10% of all work in academic publications. The academic word list was chosen because of two reasons. The first reason is the change in the study. The English test aim to test the test taker for academic purposes. So it's likely that the academic word list would be common with this test. Secondly, the academic word list covers the large body of this time. Therefore, the academic words can be brought in the test. About the new general service list, the list developed by Fresna and Ecclestone in 2013. The list makes up 84% of running word intakes. The new general word list was chosen because it's more up-to-date than the classic version, which is General Service List by West 1953. The classic version of General Service List has a key terms such as telegraph, servant, letter, and bookland, while the more recent versions includes contemporary terms like internet, computer, and communications. Next, let's move on to data collections. Data collections in this present work involve four stages. First, the researcher asks for permission from Office of International Relations, International Affairs, University to retrieve the PIU English software analysis. Next, the PIU English test files are downloaded and copied as a zip file.
you think you can answer my question? Do you think you can answer my question? Okay, Ajahn can first. About the same question.
Really interesting topic, but the problem is that can we use the text from the International Affairs Office? Can we ask for, like we have to dig for the secret of the text, right, of EIU?
They do not by themselves. The advisor, because he take care of this one. Just only the text.
Who is that?
Advisor. He use it, but the result will be interpreted by them. She will not see the text, right? Just I saw from them. Is it correct? Okay. Can you remember? Okay, can you go to data analysis? Data collection, so sorry. Okay, yeah. Operated by an advisor.
So that means the advisors get the access of the text.
Yes.
And then
he will analyze by ANCON or enter, what's it?
We use the program to generate the list and the result. So I will give only the result. So they will not know any content of the text.
I thought, do they have to use the real text from the university?
We can, because we will write another paper that we get from you.
Are the old ones already?
Or we have 5 now. Okay, so go back to your research question and your research objective. Because you cannot present it. You did not present it in chapter 2. Okay, I saw it, but okay, I would like to hear from you. Why are you interested in content word? Content, the first one, part is content words. How many types of words are there? 4 types. What are they?
There are general service, technical terms, and glossary.
No. You misunderstood. And I cannot find in this one. How many types according to the type of this word? You mentioned that you investigate, the content word. Content words, right? There is a question, what are the most frequent content words? เติม S ด้วยนะ อันแรกเอา S ออก โอเค content เอา S ออก Why are not the others?
Because other list offers is a small group and many lists.
No. Actually, there are 2 types of words in terms of this one. The first one we call function words. And then the second one is content word. But I cannot find in chapter 2. But I know because I studied about linguistics. Okay. So I know about that. And then you mentioned in data analysis, right? You exclude the function words, something like proper noun, preposition, conjunction. This one we call function word. So you have to put it in chapter 2, right? And then you have to define the term content words. What do you mean by content words, right? Because there are many types of words or vocabulary according to the scholar or the linguist views, right? So in this one, there are 2 types, function and content. The first one, why are you interested in content word? You have to put in chapter 1. when you talk about background, right? Background, right? Okay, the first one, right? Okay, but I saw about the general words and academic words. Okay, when we talk, but you do not present about content words, right? Content word, because content word will link to the second one. Is it correct? Ajahn Panupan, is it correct, right? Okay, so you have to mention first about it and define the term about that, right? Okay, and the next one. Can you tell me again about significance? The significance. And, okay, before we go that, I think should we cut? Okay, can you go back to the question again? I think that you may cut what is the percentage. I think you can cut percentage. It's better. What is the proportion? Right? It's okay. Right. Well, why don't you want to compare? Huh? Why don't? Because your advisor is not good in comparison. Just qualitative, right? It's okay for proportion, right? But I would like you to cut percentage. Because when you look for it, you have to compare, okay, by using the real number, okay, but using percentage is okay, but cut percentage here. Okay, and then the next one, okay, how will you present it? Present your findings. I'm curious to know. For number one. How many aspects that you want to present? How will you present your finding in research question 1 or objective 1 and 2?
We will present in tables.
I know. I know it's all terrible, right? I mean that will you present according to the total, in total, or in each test, or in each aspect of the language. Maybe you can choose one and then the more detail we will do again to get it published, right? So maybe it's not just not difficult for them. Maybe in each test word and in total. But for us we will classify into vocabulary, grammar, or something like that. This is another one, that we will write it. And the second one as well, right? Okay. Just only the what is it? In each test is okay. And then in more detail we will write again. Ajahn Panupan and I will write again to get the publication, right? Okay, can you go to data analysis, data collection, and data analysis? Okay, right here, you collect the data. Okay, go to data analysis. Okay, can you see, right? Excludes or function words. So it means that there are two types. So you have to put it in chapter 2. Okay, many people, maybe they get academic word or interactive word, active word, but you have to don't forget. Some scholars mention that there are two types of words, function and content words, and then give the meaning of that. I wonder about the last step. From the formula, number of vocabulary are divided by total occurrences and multiplied with 100. So, for example, if there, what do you mean by number of vocabulary? but I understand about occurrences. For example, this is I will give you the example, and then you can tell me, right? For example, I have found, okay, from the program, I have found 10 words. 10 words. But for 10 words, we can see them about 18 occurrence. I mean that some, for example, I saw the word something like car 3 times. What do you mean by number of vocabulary? I know that the program will help you. Hello. Okay, if you cannot answer, it's okay. Thank you. We can tell me later. Okay, next group, please.